is Tom Rooks. I'm the Director of Safeguarding for USRowing. Hot and cold weather rowing creates risks that can be mitigated with proper preparation and a plan for response. When it's hot, ensure you or those you lead are acclimated to the conditions, hydrated, have not been recently ill, and plan a session that accounts for the number of times the heart rate will be at its maximum and reduce the overall duration of the rowing session. If anyone exhibits signs of heat exhaustion like thirst, dizziness, heavy sweating, or nausea, move them to a cooler place, let them sip cool water, and if their symptoms don't improve, seek medical help. If anyone exhibits heat stroke symptoms like confusion, dizziness, or becomes unconscious, remove them from the conditions, call 911, and cool them with water or ice. Rowers can experience hypothermia in cold conditions. The conditions are made much worse if you're getting wet. If it's going to be a cold row, make a plan for it. If your boat is swamped or capsizes and you get it back to shore, bail all the water out that you can before attempting to lift it. The boat's going to be heavy, so have extra people help you if you can. When you lift it, just lift it to the waist and roll it enough to let the water pour out before trying to lift it up over your head. When you get the boat to the slings or to your boat rack, ensure you open any ports and try to remove all the water possible. If your boat runs aground, check for damage first. In any attempt to row out of the situation, go back exactly in the direction you came from. Any attempt to turn the boat will likely damage it or run you further aground. If it is safe to do so, and necessary, have rowers get out of the boat where it ran aground to refloat it, push it out, and get back in. Do not use the oars to force the boat off. If someone is having a medical emergency, stop rowing. Put a life jacket on them, and if it's an inflatable, inflate it. In a team boat, have another rower stabilize them so they can't fall out of the boat. Have a communications plan. If it's your phone, save the emergency contacts you'll need, like local EMS. If it's a VHF marine radio, know what channels you'll monitor and how to properly communicate on a VHF radio. As soon as safely possible, have a launch remove them from the boat and take them to a safe haven for treatment. If possible, have another person beside the driver of the launch so they can assist the injured person. If you row long enough, often enough, you or someone you know will end up in the water. This can be from capsizing, flipping, swamping, or catching a really bad crab. When it happens, if you're alone, as soon as you surface, stay with the boat. If you're with others, account for everyone, and if anyone is injured, help whoever is most at risk while staying with the boat. If you're operating in cold water, the risk of which is greater at 60 degrees and colder, cold water shock can be deadly. When your body is suddenly submerged in cold water, it creates a rush of adrenaline and a spike in your heart rate. This can lead to a gasping reflex, rush decisions, and panic. If you find yourself in cold water, once you surface, slow down. Before attempting to get back in your boat, make a plan, get control of your breathing, calm your heart rate, and execute your plan. Decide how many attempts you'll give yourself before you put on a life jacket and swim on or with the boat. If you cannot get back in the boat, put on flotation, call for help if you can, and wait for it. If you cannot get in the boat immediately, put on a life jacket if you have one. And if it's an inflatable, inflate it. Even with a life jacket on, stay with your boat. Ensure you have effective supervision of your athletes. Keep them at a safe distance. This includes not being too close or directly behind them, but also not being too far away from your boats. If you can't see them, you can't save them. When there are rowers in the water, if you're driving a safety launch, account for all of the rowers before approaching them. If anyone is hurt, approach them and get them out of the water. Always approach a person in the water, bow first while driving into the prevailing conditions. Once you're close enough to assist them, or if they are able to get to you, ensure your engine is in neutral or turned off. A conscious, uninjured rower will be fine once they are with your launch, so you can get them aboard methodically. Don't hurry, as you could injure them or capsize your own boat if you rush. Catching a crab can range from just an inconvenient moment to an ejection. It's a term for when a blade of your oar gets stuck in the water. If you can't immediately recover the blade when it happens, stop rowing, push down on the handle, and get the blade out. If you can't do this quickly, ask the rest of the boat to stop rowing to take the pressure off the blade, extract it, check for damage to the rigger and boat. Collisions are also common in rowing. If you think the risk of collision is imminent, call out to your crew and the other crew or other boater loudly and clearly. If the collision cannot be avoided, stop rowing so the speed of the boats is less upon impact. If the boat and rowers are uninjured, push away from the other boat. Stress and emotions are often high when this occurs, so be direct, but be professional in a crisis, and you'll create the safest outcome for everyone involved. After a collision, check for damage to the equipment before you continue rowing. As an outdoor water sport, situations are going to occur that require a fast, effective response so we can all stay safe. When we row safely, we enjoy all the amazing lessons and experiences our sport offers.